The South American country of Venezuela has entered economic and political turmoil. The serious political conflicts have resulted in the Venezuelan government committing crimes against humanity, leading to a refugee crisis that is beginning to near Syrian proportions. In March of 2013, the Venezuelan president Hugo Chavez suffered a fatal heart attack. Presidential elections followed swiftly, and in April of 2013, Nicolas Maduro, Venezuela's foreign minister at the time, was elected president of Venezuela. However, Maduro was already assuming the role of acting president after Chavez's death. In 2014, oil prices plummeted, dropping roughly to 40%. There was a lower than expected global demand, resulting in prices crashing. The Venezuelan government was left in an extremely vulnerable state. What was once a rich and prosperous country was beginning to fall under harsh economic strain. With an economy resting so heavily on the successful profit from oil, harsh consequences were soon to follow. Since this drop in oil prices, Venezuela's economy has suffered greatly. A consequence of this drop is hyperinflation. The price of all goods increased at an alarming rate as the real value of the local currency began to erode. This alarming rate of hyperinflation is set to reach 13,000% by the end of 2018. Another severe consequence of this drop is the shortage of crucial supplies. This includes food, water, and medicine. These basic needs have become inaccessible to civilians within Venezuela. Venezuelan civilians began to feel forsaken and abandoned by Maduro, leading to mass protests that saw thousands of civilians mobilize, calling for his resignation. The question remains as to why this is an R2P case. The Venezuelan government appears to have failed to adhere to paragraphs 138 of the 2005 World Summit document, whereby each individual state has the responsibility to protect its populations from genocide, war crimes, ethnic cleansing, and crimes against humanity. A panel of international experts have found that there have been 8,200 unlawful executions and 12,000 have been indecently imprisoned since Nicolas Maduro came to power in 2013. A place which was once seen as a beacon of hope for democracy in Latin America has jailed over 1,200 political prisoners alongside killing demonstrators. Thus, the Venezuelan government is engaging in crimes against humanity to combat all forms of opposition against the current government. Venezuela is now entering a refugee crisis at a huge scale. There has been a mass displacement of Venezuelans, with many fleeing to the neighbouring country of Colombia. 3 million Venezuelans have been displaced, of which 1 million are currently in Colombia. Venezuela has been ranked the world's most dangerous country. Individuals are forced to turn to crime in order to survive the harsh economic climate. Citizens have low confidence in their police and feel as though their personal safety is at risk. Venezuela is being viewed as the most insecure society in the world, with a rising refugee crisis and an ill treatment of civilians. This country's future looks bleak, and our responsibility to protect its civilians grows stronger.